Hello, Tom. Uh, this is Fred Judd, and I received your letter this morning. Today is Thursday, 25th. I think, yes, the 25th of August. And I hope this finds you and your wife very well. Now, I I quite understand um, from what you say in your letter about being suffocated or suffocating, um, and you need a change of air. Well, um, I think we all do sometimes, and but I think what I'm going to have to say you may find somewhat disappointing. Now, I think I should explain to you um, that first of all, in England, that as far as electronic music is concerned, there is very little call for it. Um, I don't think anyone in this country has had an electronic music recording produced, and unfortunately, um, the sort of return that one would get for doing this kind of work is very, very small indeed. I'm stopping to take a moment to. The window was open and there's too much noise from the traffic. Rather like Holland, I would imagine. Very few people over here listen to any new kinds of music. The pop music, so-called pop music, the Beatles and so on, the teenagers' music, they have precedence here, and well, the only demand these days is for this teenage music, and the record companies over here will not make records of anything, any kind of music, unless they think it will sell, unless they can sell a lot of records. Now, I found this to be more or less the case in Holland. When I spoke to Mr. Van Dongen at Philips, he said that he would like to produce more records like your electronic movements and like these space space music record. But he said that it is so costly to make the record, to pay for the composition, the studio time, and the making of the record, and so on. And they sell so few by comparison with these sort of popular music records that they just can't afford to do this. And the same applies over here. I have approached Philips Records and other record companies over here with ideas for electronic music, but they simply are not interested. Now, as far as actual work in studios in this country, well, this is almost nil. You see, there is only the BBC Radiophonics workshop, which is a professional studio, and they will not allow composers to work in the studios. They have a composer and an engineer who works there permanently, and this is all they do. And they simply make sounds and music for their own programs. I have advertised in television, broadcasting and recording publications, magazines and so on, about my own studio, and well, in the last 5 years I have been asked, I think, only 3 or 4 times to make well, not even electronic music, but merely electronic sounds for television advertising. And I suppose I've probably earned perhaps £100 in 5 years, which of course one would not be able to live on. As you know, I work as editor of the amateur tape recording magazine, and this is my full-time work. I have, I think, some information here which came from America, from the I've forgotten the name of this now, the Independent Electronic Music Center in New York, and it lists all the electronic music studios all over the world. In the Netherlands you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studios. The Gaudinus Elektronisch Studio, Gerard Dulan, 21, Bilthoven. Dek Rijmakers, Zulingstraat 25, Den Haag. Studio Elektronische Muziek, Koninklijk Conservatorium, K. Beestenmark 7, Den Haag, NAU Laboratorium, Amperestraat Hilversum, Studio voor Elektronische Muziek, Rijksuniversiteit de Utrecht, oh you know that one, Ton Brunel, or Ton Brunel, Schwalvikstraat, Utrecht. I can send you this list if you're interested, but there is not much more tape, and I wanted to tell you that I am coming to Holland on September the 30th. Perhaps, Tom, you could reply to me on this tape and give me your telephone number if you have a telephone, or tell me how we could best meet whilst I'm in Holland. But as I say, I'm coming on the 30th of September, and will probably stay until the 3rd or 4th of October, just for 3 or 4 days. We're near the end of the tape, and I haven't made any big sounds. Oh, cheerio, Tom.